I stopped halfway down the stairs the instant her voice hit me, steady, bold, almost victorious. I have a male friend now, Daniel. You'll just have to deal with it. My grip tightened around the railing until my fingers went numb. For a moment, I honestly wondered if my tired brain had twisted her words into something harsher. But when I stepped into the living room, she was there, arms folded, chin high, eyes glinting with a defiance I barely recognized. Lily, my wife of 11 years. And she stared at me like I was nothing but an inconvenience. What did you just say? My voice shook in a way that didn't sound like me. She sighed dramatically. You heard me. His name's Adrian. We're close. I'm done pretending we're not. Something small and fragile snapped inside me. Not loudly, quietly, decisively. Memories swept in like a flood. Our wedding beneath orange leaves, her head on my chest during late-night movies, our hands intertwined through hospital nights and long drives and storms. Everything I thought defined us, all of it clashed with the stranger standing there. Lily, her name came out like a bruise. Please tell me you're kidding. She let out a sharp laugh. Jokes take effort. This is just the truth.
Truth.
If betrayal had a taste, that word carried it, metallic, bitter. Are you sleeping with him?
I asked.
Her silence answered before her voice did. I haven't crossed any lines. Yet. The yet felt like a warning. But I want space. He gets me. He listens. You're just there. The room tilted. My heart stuttered. She wanted him. And she expected me to accept it. Deal with it, she repeated, like a judge passing sentence.
I didn't yell.
I didn't slam anything. I simply walked upstairs and pulled out a suitcase. Hers. If she wanted freedom, I'd give her every inch of it. She followed me, her steps lazy, almost bored. She leaned in the doorway as I folded her clothes and placed them inside the bag. You're being ridiculous, she said. I kept packing. You told me to deal with it. And I am. Something flickered in her expression. Barely, but it was there. Stop, she whispered. You're blowing everything way out of proportion. I ran my thumb across her blue sweater, the one she wore to our last anniversary dinner. I could still see her face in that candlelight, telling me she loved me. Had that been a lie? Or had her love just expired? Tell me, I said quietly. What makes him better? Her eyebrows drew together. He's not better. He's just different. He talks to me like I matter. That pierced deeper than any knife. I had tried. God, I had tried. But maybe effort wasn't enough. So, you're throwing away our marriage for someone different? I asked, my voice cracking under the weight. She lifted her chin. Maybe I am. Most affairs don't explode, they erode. Bit by bit. Quietly. You wake up one morning, and half the shore has disappeared. As I packed the rest of her clothes, all the signs clicked together. Late-night texting. Sudden gym routines. New perfume. Her phone hiding behind passwords. I ignored everything because trust blinds you, and I chose blindness. Her agitation grew as the suitcase filled. So that's it, she snapped. You're not even going to ask me to stay? I met her eyes, mine burning. If you wanted to stay, you never would have asked me to accept another man in our marriage. She blinked. For the first time, her certainty wavered. You used to fight for me, she whispered. A hollow ache rose like a tide. And you used to choose me. Night settled over us slowly, heavy as a wet blanket. She stayed downstairs, flipping through channels. I paced the bedroom like a ghost. Around 11 p.m., my phone buzzed. A number I didn't know. A text. Daniel, it's Adrian. We should talk man to man. My stomach rolled. I stared at the screen until the words blurred. He had my number. He knew everything. I typed back with trembling hands.
No.
There's nothing to talk about. Seconds later. She's unhappy. You weren't there for her. I wanted to hurl the phone across the room. Instead, I answered. If she was unhappy, she should have told me.
Not you.
Silence swallowed the conversation. Near midnight, I went downstairs. Lily was curled on the couch, the TV flickering over her face. She looked small, uncertain, even. "Daniel," she began. I lifted a hand. "Just answer one question." I sat across from her. "Why did you go to him instead of talking to me?" She stared down at her toes. "I tried. You were always busy." I felt invisible. Invisible. The word struck harder than blame. "Why didn't you tell me you were hurting?" I asked, my voice soft. She swiped at a tear. "I didn't want to seem needy." "So you found someone who made you feel seen?" I murmured. Her eyes shimmered. For the first time all night, she looked like my wife again, torn, guilty, aching. "I never wanted to hurt you," she whispered. "But you did." The silence that followed was thick with regret and late realizations. By sunrise, her packed bag stood by the door. She stepped toward me, hands trembling. "If I walk out, there's no coming back. You know that." I swallowed. "I'm letting you choose." Her breath quivered. "What if I'm choosing wrong?" "You already did," I said gently. She broke then. Not loudly, but like glass cracking under quiet pressure. She grabbed the doorframe, sobbing into her palms. "I still love you," she choked out. I moved closer, my voice raw. "Then why wasn't that enough?" She had no answer. I don't think she ever would. When the sun finally rose, golden light spilled across the suitcases at her feet. She stood there, one hand on the handle, the other pressed to her chest. "Daniel," she whispered, voice thin. "Say something." I looked at the woman I'd married, the woman who'd shattered me without touching me, and spoke with the calmest voice I'd ever used. "Goodbye, Lily." She cried, grabbed her bags, and walked out. No shouting. No slamming doors. Just footsteps fading across the porch like dying raindrops. When the door closed, the house let out a long breath. And so did I. Not relief. Not triumph. Just a quiet mourning for a love that once lived here. I made coffee for one. The mug felt heavier than usual, but I lifted it anyway. Because sometimes love means holding on. And sometimes it means letting go with dignity, even when your heart is still bleeding.